Jim Bowie, Jim Bowie, he was a bold adventuring man. Jim Bowie, battled for right with a powerful hand. His blade was tempered and so was he. Indestructible steel was he. Jim Bowie, he was a fighter, a fearless and mighty adventuring man.
In the 1830s, New Orleans was a hiding place for fugitives from all over the land. Murderers, thieves, swindlers, rascals of every sort. And on the heels of the fugitives came the bounty hunters, a breed of men as dangerous and ruthless as those they sought. Their goal? The rewards on the heads of the wanted men.
I need your advice, Jim.
Huh?
I can't keep it from you any longer. I've been leading a double life. And I've got to confess that...
What's going on here?
This man is Teet as hell. He's got a bounty on his head. I've been after him for years.
What are you talking about? This is Justinian Ted, the Louisiana Courier. Let him go.
You all right, Justy?
Oh, I think something's broken, Jim.
I'll get you to a doctor.
Tebbs was hurt, and I was bewildered. My friend with a price on his head? But from his own lips, I'd heard him say he was leading a double life. The next morning, the story began to unfold. Oh, Justine. Listen, I'm going to get you out of this.
You are?
I don't care what you've done in the past. I mean, a friend is no friend at all if he can't be of service in time of need.
It really touches my heart, Jim.
There's a ship sailing for France tonight at midnight.
No, I can't do it, Jim.
Why not?
Well, you see, I've got a lot of debts scattered around, and I can't leave owing money.
I'll pay your debts for you.
Yeah, I bet you will. Ouch! Oh!
You lost your mind?
Jim, those bounty hunters last night, they weren't after me. They were after Teeter's Hill.
I know, Justy, I know. I know all about it. You're Teeter's Hill.
Well, I know Teeter's Hill, and I'm a dead ringer for him, Jim. Look, I've bought him clothes. I've given him money to eat on.
Look, I'm just a country boy from Opelousas. I don't catch on very fast.
Jim, do you realize that 1 man out of 3 in this country can't read or write?
What's that got to do with Teeter's Hill?
Well, did you ever stop to think what happens to a man who can't write when he's got a problem that demands a written letter? What does he do?
I don't know. Guess he goes to a public letter writer.
Exactly. And he pours out his soul. That's my double life, Jim. For weeks, I've had a little office in which I write letters for such men.
Why?
In 1818, he was a dragoon with Andy Jackson at Pensacola. He was mistakenly identified by a drunken servant as a marauder who had shot and killed a householder during the looting of a Spanish house. He was sentenced to death, but he escaped. He's been on the run ever since, 100 man.
So he's a deserter as well as a murderer.
Yes, he's a deserter, but a murderer. That poor devil. Of all the cases that have come through my office, his is the one that tugs most at the heart. And now I'm not even going to show up tonight. Lord knows what he'll do.
So you're supposed to write a letter to Teeter's Hill tonight, is that right?
At 8 o'clock. If they'd only leave him alone, Jim. He's had a half a dozen fresh starts. Everything going great. And those bounty hunters.
Where is this office of yours, Justy?
Number 30 Rue de la Drone. Jim. Jim, you could write that letter. Please, Jim. Oh. The key's in the drawer.
I don't write a very neat hand.
It's neat enough. And Jim, I swear he's innocent. I'd bet my last dollar on it.
Well, I suppose I could put down what he has to say.
Yeah, and warn him, Jim. Warn him. Tell him what happened to me last night. Tell him he's got to get out of New Orleans. If only to save me from further mayhem.
All right, I'll do it.
Bowie ain't here. Let's go.
Wait a minute. They say he comes in here at least once a day.
But listen.
Gentlemen, listen. There were no eyewitnesses, but rumor has it that it took Jim Bowie all of 30 seconds to lay the bounty hunters flat.
Evening, gentlemen.
Ah, Monsieur Bowie, I was just reading the Gentleman of Your Heroics. It must have been quite a fracas.
Newspaper talk, Pierre. Miss Tebbs and I just ran afoul of a couple of those dirty low-down... Well, dog my cats, here they are, the two of them, just as good as new.
Where are you hiding Teeter's Hill, Mr. Bowie?
Well, you're persistent, aren't you?
I asked you, Bowie, where's Teeter's Hill?
Well, I can tell you where Justinian Tebbs is, but I won't. And if I knew where Teeter's Hill was, which I don't think I'd tell you that either.
Has it ever occurred to you that Tebbs and Hill might be one and the same person?
Look, I've known Justinian Tebbs ever since he got out of Princeton. Now, why don't the two of you just run along?
You don't think that criminals should be brought to justice?
Yes, I do. By sheriffs and regularly appointed marshals. Ought to be a law about it. Might keep fellows like you from making the kind of mistake you made last night.
Teeter's Hill is in this town, and we're going to get him.
Why don't you go to the police?
Because in New Orleans, they're even more stupid than the citizens.
Oh, yeah. We're a pretty ignorant lot down here. But we don't go around tracking down human beings for the few miserable dollars that may be on their heads.
Wait! Hold it, Jim, hold it.
I'll take care of you later.
You just say where and when, any time, day or night.
Gentlemen, please. Not in le croix des sous.
Come on, Press, let's get out of here.
You're as stubborn as an army mule. Why in tarnation didn't you tell him who you are?
Did he introduce himself to me last night? Now, you stay here, watch him, and follow him when he comes out. I'm going back to the inn. I've got to write a report for the 8:30 stage.
Mr. Hill?
Who are you?
My name's Bowie. I'm a friend of Justinian Tebbs. He's in hospital right now. He asked me to meet you here and write your letter for you. Well, now, look at this. Man, it's amazing.
How do I know you're a friend of Tebbs?
Huh? Oh, well, read what it says in today's paper. Oh, I was forgetting it. You could read or write, you wouldn't be here, would you?
What does it say in there?
Well, it says how Tebbs got hurt. Two bounty hunters who were after you jumped on him. We ran him off.
That's too bad.
Oh, he'll be all right. He thinks you'd better get out of town.
Yeah.
Well, let's get started. The mail stage leaves in half an hour. What do you want to say?
Maybe nothing. I've never seen you before in my life. Why should I trust you?
All right. There's a public letter writer on Canal Street.
Yeah, I know about him. He makes copies of everything he writes. For the police.
Well, make up your mind. Either I write your letter or we both go our own ways.
All right.
Who's it to?
My mother, Mr. Bowie. Marcia Hill. Care of the postmaster, Memphis. Dearest mother, you better not write me in New Orleans again. I'm moving on right away to Texas. I'll let you know where. I remember what you told me when I was a little boy, that I'd be lucky if I found one true friend in my whole lifetime. Well, I have found him in New Orleans. His name is Justinian Tebbs. You got all that?
Almost.
And tell her I'm still trying to clear my name. That's all. I didn't mean to be ungrateful, Mr. Bowie. I just have to be very careful.
That's all right. Anything else I can do for you?
Well, you wouldn't happen to know where I could buy a good horse, would you?
I'll give you a note to a friend of mine. Johnny Rico. He runs the Five Sun Stables on Avenue Dupree. Yeah, I can understand how you got to be careful. For all you know, that could say to shoot you on sight.
I trust you, Mr. Bowie. It was slow in coming, but...
Well, if you're going to make that stage...
I'll go. How much do I owe you?
It's on the house. Something on your mind, Mr. Hill?
Mr. Tebbs didn't send anything for me, did he?
Was he supposed to?
Oh, it's all right. I probably would have been a long time before I could have paid it back. Now, forget it. Thanks for everything.
Hold on. How much was he supposed to send you?
Oh, it was a lot of money, Mr. Bowie. $500. I understand, with him being in hospital and all. Was supposed to get me started again in the cattle business.
I could let you have it.
Mr. Bowie, I don't know when I could pay it back to you.
When you can. Or not at all.
I don't do things that way, Mr. Bowie. I'll send it back care of Mr. Tebbs. That was, the Five Sun Stables, Avenue Dupree.
That's right. I asked for Johnny Rico.
Hey! Get going here. Go on. Now's your chance, Hill. Go on, get going. I want these men arrested on a charge of housebreaking, unlawful entry, disturbing the peace.
This man is seriously injured.
Well, get him out of here. Get him to a hospital. Money crazy, bloodthirsty bounty hunters.
Just a minute.
You keep out of this. Last 24 hours, I heard enough out of you bounty hunters.
The captain ain't no bounty hunter. He's with the United States Army.
Army?
His credentials seem to be in order, monsieur.
Of course they are. And I'm Sergeant Harper, Captain Purdham's command.
But Teeter's Hill is an innocent man.
Innocent? He's got 5 murders to his record besides being a deserter. Now, here's something I want you to understand. The captain shouldn't have been masquerading the way he was. But he's my friend. And if he dies, you're going to answer to me.
Your name, please, monsieur.
Bowie. Jim Bowie.
Justy.
Oh, Jim. Jim, did you see him? Teeter's Hill?
And this ain't Teeter's Hill?
Oh, of course not. How can you think such a thing? Why, this is Mr. Justinian Tabbs, the Louisiana Courier. Why, he's been right here on this bed ever since I brought him here last night.
Well, I'll be. Never seen anything like that before.
Who's this?
Oh, Mr. Tabbs, Sergeant Harper, United States Army.
United States Army?
The man who hit you last night is his commanding officer. He's in another room down the hall, unconscious.
How'd he get there?
I put him there with my fists. I was helping your friend Hill on his way to Texas, which probably means he's heading for New York. Sergeant, would you please tell Mr. Tabbs what kind of a man he's been writing letters for?
The Army records say he killed 3 men and 2 women. And that's since his first murder in Pensacola in 1818, when he was just a big country kid.
No.
And here's something for your book, Justy. Teeter's Hill can read and write better than you can.
Well, then why did he come to me to write his letters for him?
All part of the build-up to get himself $500, which he got from me.
What are we going to do?
Well, I'll tell you, only because you're such a fine judge of character. I got the police watching the stage depot and all the wharfs.
The police? Ha!
Don't worry. I sent Teeter's Hill to the Five Sons livery stable to buy himself a horse. Of course, he won't go there. I got Johnny Rico and his 5 sons and his 6 grandsons watching every livery stable. So that if he tries to get out of town, we'll catch him. If he stays put, we'll smoke him out.
Guess this is all my fault, isn't it?
Well, I guess we could both eat a little crow. After all, I'm the one who gave him the $500, aren't I?
No, Mr. Bowie, the man you're after is buying a horse.
He is? Where?
At old Patty McGurk's livery stable.
Come on.
Take the tan mare. She'll carry a man of your weight all day and half the night.
Look, old man, I said I'm taking that stallion. Why am I arguing with you? Don't intend to pay for him anyway.
What's that you say? Get out! Any horse you ride out of here will be over my dead body.
All right.
You stay there, Luigi.
Sergeant, give you Teeter's Hill.
Boy, there's a lot of money on the head of Teeter's Hill. By rights, it belongs to you.
Well, Patty McGurk deserves a fine funeral. Johnny Rico's grandson ought to have a mite. The rest you can give to his family if he...
I've been through a lot of soldiering with this man. It doesn't seem right to lose him now after all these years. I told him not to come into New Orleans like the rest of those gol-darn bounty hunters. Just had to lead to trouble. I'd like to see how you'd make out with him if things was equal. Afraid that time will never come.
That's where you're wrong, Press.
Well, now.
Pardon the intrusion, gentlemen. I thought you might like to watch me eat my breakfast. I don't know if you're going to appreciate this, Captain, but I'm sure Mr. Bowie will.
What is that?
That, gentlemen, is good, old-fashioned Louisiana crow.
And here's the star of our show, Scott Forbes.
Hello, everyone. Hope you enjoyed tonight's show. And we'll be with us again next week for another exciting adventure in the life of Jim Bowie.
Jim Bowie, he was a fighter, a fearless and mighty adventure man.